You know what? I'm happy.
I was trying to put a positive, empowering spin on that.
No, that's why I love you. That's why you're number two on my list of human beings that I love. I know I'm somewhere around the top 20 on yours, but you guys, the mess that we have made. I'm a canary in the coal mine telling you we are not an independent nation. We are behest and beholden to a bunch of people around this world who could give a crap about us, and we've been put there by the same people that are telling us that this is the way to the future. This globalization, this bringing everybody up to our level. But there was no plan in the works to bring the world up to our level. It was a plan to bring us down to everybody else's level, Doug Owen.
It's the high price of low costs, low wages, cheap products. People want it's the Walmartization of the world, really, right?
Yeah, that documentary was 100%
a time where there was massive international globalization, and all it took was the killing of the Kaiser to make the world refocus on itself and independence rather than interdependence. So,
yeah,
I don't know, my friend. You might not be doing business with China into the next decade.
Well, that's a great point, and that's what I'm trying to make. The self-reliant nation. The self-reliance that
but
are...
But what cost?
Well, we don't have it. That's just it. We don't have it. And I don't know, I'm not...
I mean, that's the whole model, though, right? I mean, the whole idea of globalization, of the New World Order, is that everybody is so economically intertwined that we could not fathom war. We can't blow up. We can't attack China because they make everything. We can't go after said state and, because we're economically developing there. There's too much Rothschild money. There's too much investment in these mines or whatever it may be.
Yeah, and when it all goes to crap, when it all turns into a big steamy pile of crap because the system is flawed to begin with and because it's designed to eventually fail in order to consolidate power even more, we can blame it on said countries that we were trying to enlighten them and bring them into, we were trying to enlighten China and bring them up to this standard, and they screwed us over with Japan reclaiming some territory. So now we're going to go to war with them, and that's why your economy sucks. That's why I would expect.
Are you saying you got taken by the Chinaman?
I'm not saying I got taken.
Round eye, I got taken.
I'm not saying.
I saw David Cameron this week said taxes will rise unless we can raid your bank accounts. Now, this is something that seems, I don't know, a little looming, kind of doomy. When somebody says, well, we're going to have to either raise your taxes or we're going to have to be able to raid your bank accounts, it's not really much of an option. But it really, it's a highlight of being a total subject to the crown. Taxes will have to rise unless officials are given new powers to raid people's bank accounts, according to David Cameron. I can't believe they're saying this shit. The Treasury Select Committee warned that allowing HM revenue and customs to remove cash, which is their IRS basically, from bank accounts without court orders is very concerning because the history of mistakes. Yeah, it's called a bunch of elitists stealing money from the plebs.
Realization over the last several years that things aren't on the right path, right? And if you're in a blue state or in a red state like Montana or Texas, it's just the Dems' fault. But there is
across the board. You look at almost all of these Pew and AP polls. People across the board, both sides of the political spectrum, left and right and center, are all saying that, Congress, the Senate, the White House, overall the economy, everything, the hope for the future is pretty shitty overall. Only 10% of the people out there, and those are the complete idiots or retards that, buy into what's happening. Or
to speed on the Snowden theory.
Well, I just think that he's still working for the CIA and he's been planted in Russia. It seems pretty advantageous to be there. And Putin said, and I paraphrase, let me talk to you, intelligence operator to intelligence operator, to, I was former KGB, you were former CIA, and this is the way the world works. And basically, he said, well, we just don't have the technology. I mean, the United States has great technology that we don't have. And it's true. I mean, they're living in 1985, and they've got plenty of high-tech weaponry, but when it comes down to the ability, the budgets that are
Yeah, they had a decade amiss that we didn't. That we were developing
These
technology.
guys, I mean, have you seen the Russian iPad? I mean, the Russians, they have a lot of the same technology that we have, but it's it's
not
just
quite there yet.
Yeah,
they make
it's
good guns
cheesy.
though.
They do make good guns, and they've got lots of people, and they've got lots of camouflage and APCs and missiles and
weapons. We're seeing them, and we're going to see more and more and more.
I always laugh because people are like, I heard that Obama's going to make himself the emperor and he's not going to leave, and he's been changing the Constitution to allow him to be there forever.
Crap.
And you always hear that every year
Yeah.
because there's one guy that runs a bill that says, yeah, let's extend the term limits. And my point being that in Russia, that shit's for real. People really will stay in power forever. I'm the new czar of oil. Okay, sure. So I think that's the problem.
Peace.